One day, I know say you go make us proud.
Papilo, one day, I know say you go make us proud. Those words from a beloved peak milk advert echo in the hearts of millions of Nigerians. But for Nwankwo Kanu, they were more than just words. They were a prophecy fulfilled in the most remarkable way. Today, we take you through the extraordinary journey of Nwankwo Kanu from the dusty streets of Owerri to global football stardom and beyond. Nwankwo Kanu was born on August 1, 1976 in Owerri in Imo State, Nigeria. Like many young boys growing up in the vibrant yet challenging streets of Nigeria, football was his escape. He didn't have access to fancy boots or manicured pitches. Instead, barefoot and with makeshift balls, he honored his craft. Kanu's first steps into organized football began at Federation Works, a local team, and later he moved to Iwanyanwu National. But it wasn't long before his talent attracted attention. In 1993, his career took a monumental leap. At just 17 years old, Kanu was called up to represent Nigeria at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Japan. On the global stage, he dazzled, scoring 5 goals and helping Nigeria lift the trophy. His performance caught the eye of European scouts, and before long, he was on his way to one of football's grandest stages, AFC Ajax in Netherlands. At Ajax, Kanu quickly established himself as one of football's brightest young stars. Standing tall at 6'6", he combined his imposing presence with incredible technical abilities. He had it all: silky dribbling, precise passing, and an unerring eye for the goal. Between 1993 and 1996, Kanu scored 25 goals in 54 appearances for Ajax. But more importantly, he was part of a golden generation that dominated European football. In 1995, Ajax achieved the ultimate glory, winning the UEFA Champions League by defeating AC Milan. At just 19 years old, Kanu had become a European champion. He wasn't just playing football, he was redefining how it could be played, with creativity, finesse, and a flair that left fans in awe. Kanu's next chapter began in 1996 when he joined Italian giants Inter Milan for a record transfer fee of $4.7 million. That same year, he captained Nigeria's Olympic football team to an unforgettable triumph in Atlanta. Kanu's performance in the semi-finals against Brazil was nothing short of legendary. With Nigeria trailing 3-2 in extra time, he scored twice. The second goal, a golden goal that sealed victory, Nigeria went on to win the gold medal, and Kanu became a national hero. Kanu also won the CAF Player of the Year award in 1996 when he captained Nigeria's under-23 team to the Olympic title in Atlanta. But just as his star was rising, life threw him a devastating curveball. During a routine medical checkup at Inter, doctors discovered a life-threatening heart defect. For many, such news would have been career-ending, even life-ending, but not for Kanu. In November 1996, he underwent heart surgery to repair an aortic valve. It was a dark and uncertain period, but Kanu never gave up. His resilience became an inspiration, and out of this life-altering experience, he founded the Kanu Heart Foundation. The foundation would go on to provide life-saving surgeries for underprivileged children suffering from similar conditions. For Kanu, football was never just about winning trophies. It was about making a difference. In February 1999, after just a handful of appearances for Inter Milan and limited success in Serie A, Kanu made a pivotal move that would define the next chapter of his illustrious career. He was signed by Arsenal for approximately 4.15 million euros, a transfer that would not only reignite his career but also cement his place as one of the Premier League's most iconic players. Kanu's Arsenal debut came under unusual circumstances. In an FA Cup tie against Sheffield United with the score level at 1-1 and just 10 minutes left, Sheffield United's goalkeeper Alan Kelly had kicked the ball out of play to allow treatment for an injured teammate. When the ball was thrown back into the play by Ray Parlour, it was meant to go to Kelly, but Kanu, ever alert, chased it down the right wing, unchallenged, and crossed for Mark Overmars, who scored the winning goal. The incident raised questions about sportsmanship, with Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger acknowledging that it was not in the spirit of the game. Wenger offered to replay the match, but in the end, Arsenal won the replay 2-1. Despite the controversy, Kanu's Arsenal career was soon off and running. His early performances, including his goal-scoring exploits, quickly turned him into a fan favorite. Kanu's revival at Arsenal began in earnest in the next round of the FA Cup when he scored his first goal for the club in a 1-0 win against Derby County. Coming off the bench to net the only goal of the game, his knack for scoring vital goals as a substitute became one of his trademarks, with key strikes against Sheffield Wednesday, Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa, solidifying his place in Arsenal's attacking rotation. Kanu's popularity among Arsenal fans grew even more with his signature two-fingered salute, a gesture that started in 1999 after a match against Middlesbrough. It quickly became a symbol of the club's identity, linked to the team's nickname, the Gunners. In the same year, Kanu's brilliance was recognized once again as he was named African Footballer of the Year for the second time in his career, a testament to his growing stature in world of football. The 1999-2000 season was one of Kanu's finest at Arsenal. In 50 appearances, he scored 17 goals, a tally that included a memorable hat-trick against Chelsea in October 1999. In one of the most dramatic comebacks of the season, Kanu netted 3 goals in just 15 minutes, turning a 2-0 deficit into a 3-2 victory for Arsenal. His performance that day is still remembered as one of the greatest individual displays in Premier League history. However, as time went on, Kanu's appearances for Arsenal became less frequent. The rise of Thierry Henry, who quickly established himself as Arsenal's first-choice striker, meant Kanu was often relegated to a substitute role. But despite this shift, Kanu remained a valuable asset to the team, contributing when it mattered the most. In 2003, Kanu added another major trophy to his collection, winning the FA Cup with Arsenal. This success came as part of a legendary era in the club's history, alongside other Arsenal stars like Henry, Robert Pire, and Patrick Vieira. But perhaps the most iconic period of Kanu's Arsenal career came in the 2003-2004 season, when he became part of the legendary Invincibles team. Under Arsene Wenger's leadership, Arsenal went the entire Premier League season unbeaten, a feat that had never been achieved before in English football. Although Kanu's role was more limited that season, he was still part of one of the most remarkable achievements in the history of the Premier League. Kanu spent a total of 6 years at Arsenal, playing 197 matches and scoring 44 goals. His time at the club is remembered not just for his individual brilliance, but for his contribution to a golden era in Arsenal's history. In 2008, Kanu was even voted 13th in the club's greatest 50 players poll, a testament to his lasting impact. In the summer of 2006, Kanu made a memorable return to the Emirates Stadium. He was invited to play in Dennis Bergkamp's testimonial match, the first ever match at the new Arsenal Stadium. With the game tied at 1-1, Kanu scored the winning goal, becoming the third person to ever score at the new ground. At the end of the match, he and his teammates hoisted Bergkamp on their shoulders, honoring the retiring Dutch legend. The image of Kanu celebrating with his Arsenal teammates and fans is one of the lasting memories of his time at the club. Despite his departure from Arsenal in 2004, Kanu's status at the club remained strong. He was often applauded by his fans when he appeared at the Emirates Stadium, and he continues to be a popular figure in the Arsenal community. Kanu's next major chapter came at Portsmouth, where he signed in 2006. Many thought his best days were behind him, but Kanu had other plans. In 2008, he delivered one of the finest moments in the club's history. Facing Cardiff City in the FA Cup finals, Kanu scored the game's only goal, securing Portsmouth's first FA Cup in 69 years. It was a fitting achievement for a player who had built a career on rising to the occasion when it mattered the most. For Nigeria, Kanu was more than just a player. He was a symbol of hope and pride. Over a career spanning 16 years, he earned 86 caps and scored 13 goals for the Super Eagles. From his leadership during the Under-17 World Cup and Olympics to his appearances in the FIFA World Cup of 1998, 2002, and 2010, Kanu always represented his country with passion and humility. Though his jersey bore number 7, unconventional for a striker, Kanu's versatility and selflessness defined his legacy in Nigerian football. For decades, Nigerian football fans have engaged in heated debates over who is the greatest of all time, Kanu Nwankwo or Austin JJ Okocha. Both players were extraordinarily talented, but their styles of play and contributions to the game differ in their own unique ways. With an illustrious career that spans continents, competitions, and countless moments of brilliance, Kanu's legacy is etched into the history of football, not just in Nigeria, but globally. Kanu Nwankwo's trophy cabinet is nothing short of extraordinary, with achievements that many players can only dream of. Let's take a look at the glittering list of honors that define his legendary career. The UEFA Champions League, one of the most prestigious trophies in club football. Kanu clinched the Champions League in Ajax in 1995, showcasing his ability to shine on Europe's biggest stage. The UEFA Cup. Another feather in his cap came with the UEFA Cup, which he won with the Dutch giants, Ajax. His performances in these competitions were pivotal, cementing his place among the best in Europe. In England, Kanu helped Arsenal and Portsmouth secure FA Cups during his time, with some of his most memorable moments coming in these cup competitions, including his unforgettable hat-trick against Chelsea in 1999. Perhaps one of the most iconic moments in his career came in 1996 when Kanu led the Nigerian national team to an Olympic gold medal in Atlanta. His dramatic goal against Brazil in the final made him a national hero, and the gold remains one of Nigeria's greatest sporting achievements. Kanu wasn't just a player at Arsenal. He was part of the team's 2 Premier League winnings. His versatility and clutch performances in key moments helped Arsenal to the league titles in 2002 and 2004. During his time at Ajax, Kanu helped the club dominate Dutch football, winning 3 Eredivisie titles, proving his importance to the team's success in the 1990s. Before stepping onto the world stage, Kanu had already made history by winning the Under-17 World Cup with Nigeria in 1993, showcasing his immense talent at a young age. In a testament to his individual brilliance, Kanu was named African Footballer of the Year twice, in 1996 and 1999, an honor reserved for the continent's very best. After retiring, Kanu's mission to make a difference continued. Through the Kanu Heart Foundation, he has funded hundreds of heart surgeries for children across Africa. He also ventured into sportswear with King Kanu Sports, inspiring young athletes and giving back to the game that gave him so much. In 2023, he made a return to the Nigerian football scene, not as a player, but as the chairman of Enyimba FC, Nigeria's most successful club. In this new role, Kanu was sought to use his vast experience to help the club grow, bringing in new resources and striving to restore Enyimba to its former glory. His leadership at the helm of the club is seen as a pivotal step in the club's future, and he has already begun to make an impact behind the scenes. Kanu's story is one of resilience, selflessness, and an unwavering and unrelenting belief in the power of dreams.